Hi Glenn and Rachel. Unfortunately, I can't be in person with you to do the handover, but I thought I'll just do a quick video for you. Apart from having this lovely user manual where it shows you everything, there's an index of all the equipment and appliances, of how you have to use it and all of that. So let's start at the beginning and we'll take you around. These are the LPG gas storage box. So I'll take the keys now quickly. This key over here, this is one for the lockers. So basically at the moment it's unlocked, so to lock it you'll just have to turn it and then push it in. So that's locked, and unlock, just turn it like that. So all the lockers will be like that, and then the best thing is just push it a bit in and turn it, and then you can open it up. Okay, will clip into place. Now the one very important thing is when you open the gas, what you need to do is just open it very slightly. If you can have a look at the bottom here, you just open it very slightly. So I normally say lefty loosey and righty tighty, and this one here will be in line, so you don't have to fiddle around with that valve there. You just leave it in line. Okay, and then obviously if you want to use this one, you can use the smaller one for a barbecue, or you can use the big one if that one runs out, vice versa. So you'll just then switch between the two gas bottles. So that is pretty self-explanatory. Alright, okay, so now we get to the toilet cassette, which is about 19 liters, but we don't want to fill it up too much. But you will see there's a little indicator on the inside when we get in there. So this one, you just to press both of them, and obviously to lock them you will just push it in and turn it. So now it is locked. To unlock, in, turn it, and then you can press it in. Sorry about all the sirens, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, now the toilet cassette, as you can see, it's in there, the T448 toilet cassette. So you'll pull that lever up and then pull it out. Now you can see it's still in lovely condition. Now to empty the toilet cassette is basically you turn this over to that side, you will unscrew the cap, take it to the dump station, put it into the hole and press this button over here. Also the nice thing, Rachel, yes, if it is too heavy you can cart her around, so anybody can do this job. Okay, no excuses there. All right. So you will press that and then also rinse it out. Now to rinse it out, you'll open this over here, this valve here, and then turn that knob and put the water inside, rinse it and flush it out. And then we also got a little sachet which you can buy from Burnsco or a lot of other places, camping places, where you can put a little sachet to make the toilet smell nicely. Afterwards you will close this over here and then just push that back, put the cap on, swivel it around, and then just push it straight in. Now important thing, if you can have a look here, is to make sure that that is in there. It shouldn't be there, it needs to be clipped in there. Otherwise there's a lovely area here, it's not going to look so lovely after that. Okay, so here we got the this bag of goodies, as they say. So you got your wastewater here, you got the 240 cable there, and you got your fresh water pipe here. Now the 240 cable, one end will obviously plug into the campground and the other end will plug into the socket over here. Okay, so very straightforward. You just plug it into the campground and you're all set to go. All right, now here just the same as the gas compartment. Now you can see a lovely big garage, and you've got the camping chairs there. I will fit the bike rack for you now. It just clips on, it's pretty straightforward. And you got the long ladder for the bed and the shorter ladder for the two single beds if you make it into a double. This is the jack, so your jack is in there, as well as a little tow bar, everything. And then you've got a couple of free camping chairs with it, right? And the spare wheel against the wall there. Okay, so to empty the wastewater tank, obviously you've got gauges in front, which will show you how full your tanks are. The wastewater tank is right over here. So you will basically just clip this off. It's like a butterfly clip, and then you will pull that off. Oops, so there's always a bit of water in there, in the pipe. but it is empty. All right, and then what you do with this pipe, on the one side you've got this in there, and then you've got this side here which you will clip on there, which has got the same connector like this, and then you just feed the other end of the pipe into the wastewater, into the hole, and then open this up, that one there. So you will just open that up, left loose, righty tight. Right, now we get to the freshwater inlet. So you will just take your hose out and you will plug this into the hose wherever you can fill up. Some service stations and dump stations have got a freshwater connection, and you will put this pipe into there as deep as possible and then just fill it up until it overflows. Right, so basically the same with this. You put the key in, you will turn it, and you will open this up. Make sure that you push it in and then turn and then lock, and then it will turn around. Otherwise sometimes you might lose the cap. Right, and then over here, that's your diesel filler cap, and that one works with the house key, sorry, the vehicle, the cab key. Just turn to the left and open, and that's it. And you don't have to add blue or nothing. It is just diesel. Just make sure that you put the diesel in here and not the diesel in there. We had that problems before. Right, okay, so now we're ready to enter inside. Over here, that would be your electric step switch. That one pops out like that, and yeah, you got the fly screen door. I think I explained it on to the video as well. And we'll step inside, and as you can see, there's a light here, so you can switch that one on over there. Okay, let's step inside. Okay, good. Like any house, when you get inside your house for the first time, you switch on the lights, because most of the times, you know, it's dark when you get home. So over here, if you can have a look at the control panel, that is your 12 volt on. So if you switch it on, you can see that light, so all the electronics that works on 12 volt comes on. And then this one would be your house battery and your vehicle battery. So the house battery is full and the vehicle battery is full. And then this one is the freshwater and the wastewater. So you can see the freshwater tank is full, but the wastewater is empty. And then that little thing over there, that's the thermostat for the heating system, which I will get to in a moment. So all these lights now can switch on and off. Over there you can see the lights are all over around, it's on and off, so you can switch them all separately on and off, or you just hit the 12 volt switch and that will switch all the lights and the fridge and everything that works off 12 volts, the TV as well, that will switch that on. Okay, so at the moment the heating is pretty you can have a look at the book there. So with this selector here, we'll switch between electric or gas or a mixture of both. So normally you will only use the gas or electric. It doesn't matter if you use one or two, you don't use a mixture of the two. So either on gas or you will switch it on electric, whatever. So this is the selection of what you're going to use. Now over here is like the appliance that you're going to use. So do you just want to heat the water? So then you will switch it on 60 or 40. Most of the time you switch it on 60 to heat it up further, and then that would be off. And then on this side would be the heating for the home, and this side would be the heating for the home and the water, your boiler. Now over here, this is your temperature control for the home. Now believe me, in the middle of winter in the South Island, we normally put it on 2 or 3, which is pretty efficient, and you will fry like a chicken if you put it higher up to 4 or 5. And you will see that this little amber light will go away. If it turns red, that means that there's no gas or there's no power source. If it is like amber, it means like it's still heating up, so it doesn't have the operating temperature. But everything will be in the booklet. And if you just always make sure what I said about the gas bottle, you have to open it very slowly, because if you open it too quickly, you won't have gas to your fridge, to the heating, or to the stove, and you're going to say, oh, what's happening now? And you probably will phone me or whatever. But the main thing is, if that happens, then just close it at the bottle. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention it when I was at the bottle. Just close the gas, take off the regulator, and let it hang for about 10-15 minutes, because there's a safety valve that if you open it too fast, that will clog the line. And then you just screw it back on, and yeah, it should be working all the time. But the best place to test it always is at the stove. So you go to the stove and check, light up the stove and see if it's working, or the stove top. Okay, so now we come to the TV part. Like I said, the 12-volt switch on, the lights are on. So the TV, all that you have to do is just lift it a bit up, lift it up and pull it out, and then it will drop down so that you can view it in the front or view it in the back. Now the simple, this is your remote. You just got to play around with it. You can switch it on. That light will be blue when you switch it on, and there is your LED TV. You've got a SkyCard reader, but because it doesn't have a satellite, there's no SkyCard reader in, but it does have a DVD player. And you also got USB ports over there, so you can put in a USB stick for movies and stuff, and there you can see, and then you can just change between the channels and everything there. Okay, so that's basically it for the television. Okay, now we come to the Thetford fridge freezer unit. As you've seen, you just lift this clip up and pull it, lift that one down and pull it, and there's your fridge freezer unit. Now the controls are pretty simple. It is a 3-way fridge, so you will just press the button there until it gets on, and then this over here, this selector, is either if you want it's electric, battery or gas. But now that is for manual. If you press it once more, you get to A. That is automatic, so it will change automatic. If you open the gas, it will go to the gas. If you plug it in, it will go to the 240. And if you start the vehicle to drive, then it will show the battery. Okay, so that we normally leave it on A, and because we opened the gas, it will start working on the gas now. You will see the screen goes off like that. It's just a timing device, so you just press it there. Over there, this button, you can see we normally leave it up to the highest temperature. So that's just your temperature setting. So you can go up to 5 bar. This one here, a lot of people phone me and say, oh, but the fridge don't want to make cold. It's because that is on. Now that is your defrost button. Not that you really need it in these 12-volt 3-way fridges, but if it does by any chance freeze over, then you can actually just, but that is how it should be. It shouldn't show the defrost button, right? And that is it for the fridge freezer 165 liter tank. Okay, so at the top here we've got the extractor vent fan. This is just the lights for the hob, and then this is just the fan speed. You can have it slower or a bit higher, and then you've got the stove top here. Now, yeah, you can either use a lighter or the old-fashioned matches. So you'll press it in and then just hold it until it heats up, and that's it. So you've got a 3-burner, and you can also set it to a lower setting as well if you like. Okay, so those are all your gas points and your hob. Then at the bottom here you've got the oven and a grill. So basically you can see from this knob over here is you will, if you want the grill part, you will push it in, and then the striker. It sometimes takes a wee while to get the gas through in the oven. There you go. Okay. There's the oven. So that's going pretty well. So you can, they say you can set the temperature. You can set the flame a little bit upwards and downwards. I'm not sure if it always works that well. And then there is the grill part. Okay, so you got the tray, everything here. We just put it on the bed to minimize rattles when you travel. Just these knobs here, I just want to mention, these are your different type of appliances, and this will be like that. Just leave it like that. If you turn it the other way, that would mean you switch each one individually off the gas flow to those appliances. So just leave it like that. You don't need to, unless you really have to, isolate one of the appliances from the gas. Okay, now you've got the basin over here, very straightforward. You got the hot water and also the cold water. It just needs to pump out a little bit forward through, because I just open it up. And this is just the plug hole, and that you will use as the plug, and that one, yeah, you can see that's the why it does that is basically the hot water in the boiler. There just needs to be a lot of water going through. Okay, right, the toilet is pretty straightforward. You can swivel it around a bit, and then you've got this valve over here which you can open up. That will open the valve in there. You can do the thing, and then this is your flush button here, and the water will just flush everything in there. And yeah, afterwards just remember to just close this valve, and that is basically the toilet. Okay, underneath the seat is, you can actually pull this away, so you can actually make a little bed in this area if you drop the table down. But that is just to show the piping for the heating, and then you got your solar controller right over there. You can see that over there. You wouldn't have to fiddle around with it because it will all work automatically. And then just quickly on this side here, there is a inverter over there. Now that's really nice if you want to plug in and charge your phones and your laptops. All that you do is switch it on, and then you can't use a hairdryer. It's not big enough for a microwave. So phones, laptops, and they charge it just as quick as what you would in your house. I hope you find this video helpful and useful. But yeah, you can always just refer back to the manual, or if you really get stuck, please just give me a call or send me an email or a message.